Problem 7. Imagine that two friends, DeAndre and Aaron, each buy an iPod Touch for $380 and pay with a credit card. When this happens, the credit card company pays Apple. Your friends become indebted to the credit card company. Every year they don't pay back the debt. The company charges them interest. Percentage of what they owe. The interest rate is called the annual percentage rate, while the amount owed is called a balance. Calculate how much each person would owe over time if they either made payments to the credit card company, assuming interest is calculated once per year. Okay, so here the cost P is $380, and DeAndre's interest rate is 18%, and Aaron's interest rate is 36% as a decimal. You can see that there. Okay. Amount compounded yearly, N is the number of years, and there's a formula there. Amount due at the end of the year is calculated at P, and P sub N is equal to P times 1 plus R raised to the N power. So they can do it for DeAndre here. For 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and 6 years, and they plug in the values there, and they find that $380 for the first year, for year 0, and then for 1 it's $448, and for 2, is $529, and for 3 is $624. Okay, and for 6. It's $1025. Okay, then they repeat the same things for Aaron. And then I have it right here in a table for you to look at. All right. Now we can also do some of these things in Desmos. Here. So I'm going to put in the second part there. P, open parentheses, 1 shift plus R, close parentheses, and raise that to the nth power. Yeah. And I want sliders to form all. Okay. In this case, when n is 0, and my rate here for DeAndre is 0.18. And my P is 380. Enter. And there's your P0 when n is 0. And when n is 1, let's see what happens. N is 1. I have 448 there. And then when I see n is 2, I have 529. And when n is 3, I have 624. And when n is 6, I have 1025. Okay, then they do the same thing for Aaron. And Aaron his rate is 0.36. Okay, and I'll let this end as just 0. So for his first year's 380. Then I let n equal to 1. We'll end up with 516. Then I let n equal to 2. End up with 702 here. And then I let n equal to 3. Here I have 955, 8.87. And then for 6, I have $2,404. And that's how you fill in that table there. Okay. And move this down here. And I show the work for Aaron here by hand. And then I have the table complete there. Then they ask about DeAndre's monthly rate. 18% divided by 12 is 0.015 or 1.5%. And Aaron's monthly rate is 0.36 divided by 12 is 0.03, and it's 3%. Given that both DeAndre and Aaron charged 380 are charged 380, initially calculate how much per each person would owe over time if neither made payments to the credit card company. The future value taken into account there. All right. Assuming that interest is compounded monthly. So interest is growing interest now. And there's their formula there. Okay, and there's their formula for compounding here. So n is going to be number of years. So I'll put this formula into the decimals. So I have P, open parentheses, 1 shift plus R divided by N. No, that's 12 there. R divided by 12, close parentheses. Okay, and I have here raised to the 12 times n. Oops. All right, I have to do this. I have an expression up there. 12 times n, close parentheses. And that's kind of what I have right here. And I want all right. So P is 380. Okay. And DeAndre's monthly rate is So I have here, his APR is 0.18. And n in this case is equal to 0. And I end up with 380 here. Okay, for DeAndre. And so when n is 1, that's what I have there, 454. When n is 2, 543 right there. When n is 3, I have 649 here. And when n is 6, that's what I have there. That's 110. Okay. And then they do the Aaron, his rate is 36, so that'll be 0.36 here. Okay. And I put a 0 there. So his number for Aaron is 3080. And when I equal to 1, I have 541.79 here. When n is equal to 2, $772. When n is equal to 3, 1001. Okay, and when n is equal to 6, I have 392 here. $3,192. Okay, and over here, I'll show you how to do it by hand. Then they ask the question, do you think it matters how often credit card companies charge interest? Yes, it matters, because the more often they calculate the interest, the higher the amount they have to pay goes. Interest is what you pay for the convenience of using someone else's money. Okay. So, DeAndre, if neither friend made the payments for 11 years, how much would it be? So let's see here. If I pull up my formula chart here. So DeAndre is 18%, I believe. And for 11 years, I end up with $2,712.07, what they have there. And Aaron's cost, Aaron's, I believe, is at 36%. And I end up with $18,806 there. Okay. Any questions about that? Let me know. That's how you do that particular problem. And I believe that's all there is to it. Yep, that's it. Have a great day, everyone.